Hello, I'm Toycat and welcome back to another video. I figured Minecraft 1.9 coming out very shortly and the full update being available pretty much right now for us to check out. That would be really cool if I went through the 1.9 update and let you know about some of the more secretive features that you might not have previously known about, but which by the end of today's video I think you'll want to try at least to some extent when Minecraft 1.9 is available for you. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Please do like the video if you do like it because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like these secret feature videos. But let's get straight into it already, shall we? And let's start by talking about the first one, which is to do with the dragon head, which by itself is a really cool little, creative only secret right now, where basically you can get this giant dragon head, which if you see in your hand, is just this massive block. It looks even cooler when you place it down on another block, but one of the cool little secrets to do this is the fact that if you actually put a lever, next to it, or you actually power the block in some way that it's on, then what you can actually do is you can make the mouth open and close rapidly. This is really cool in my opinion, because just look at the thing, it looks hilarious, and I really do like it. It's one of the funnier, just little bizarre features in Minecraft, and I figured it's something you want to know about, because if you do have one of these, might as well turn it on and make it have a little yappy face like that. So yeah, that's the first little secret thing right here. The Ender Dragon head, it's cool by itself, but you can turn it on and you can make the mouth turn on, which means you can actually use this as a redstone component, which is just hilarious to me. So yeah, this is probably going to be used in some real bit of redstone somewhere, and that's going to be great, but that's the first thing you might not know about. The second one is actually to do with mob heads. So mob heads have been in the game for a very long time. If you've wanted to, you can be a creeper for as long as you want it, basically. Look at this, I'm a creeper with a cat body. Isn't that hilarious? But yeah, that's something you could do for a long time, but there was no in-game benefit, but they're really, really hard to get, because if you don't know, to get any of these mob heads besides the with skeleton skull, you have to get a charged creeper to blow up that mob and kill it. It's very, very tricky, and sometimes it even blows up the skull. So basically what you need, you need a rare mob, you need a rare set of circumstance. Basically it's very, very hard. So basically to reward you if you do get one of these, it's perhaps not worth the effort, but it is still something cool as a reward, because now if you have the mob head on, then it basically halves the distance at which the mob can see you. So if we take this off for a second, then spawn in a creeper over here, and then run away from it, so you can see the creeper can see me, it's going to run away maybe a second anyway. So we're going to run back to over here. Creepers stop caring about us. So now if we walk close to the creeper, there's a certain range, I believe it's about 16 blocks, where the creeper will suddenly spot us and it will start chasing us. There you can see about that distance. Now, if we get away from the creeper again, we make him de-aggro on us, and then we put on the creeper head, you'll actually be able to see it's halved when you're wearing the relevant mob skull. So this can be used for any mob you want in the game, whether it's a skeleton, whether it's a wither skeleton, whether it's the zombie. But if you look how close I am, and he's still not noticed. I'm getting this close, and then there he's just about noticed. So you can see it's gone massively down. And yeah, if you want to be able to walk through a field of creepers, if you've got a weird adventure map, or if you just hate creepers so much and you think this can be an extra defense, that's something cool you can do. And I think that is actually a nice little benefit of it, because like I said, they're so tricky to get, and before there was next to no benefit, but now you can avoid the creepers that way. So that is the second thing. The third thing is actually to do with the path blocks you'll see around here. Path blocks are a new block from 1.9 that I believe are also from the Pocket Edition, where basically if you now find grass anywhere, you can right click it with a shovel, or left trigger when it comes to console eventually, and basically you can actually turn it into a path block. Why is this useful and cool? This is useful and cool because the path block is also, it looks like a path. You can make a cool little pathway like this. It uses up your shovel durability, by the way. It's cool like that, but it's also cool because this is 15/16 of block tall. You can barely tell it when it's like this, but if you look, we go up a little bit. Can you see that tiny little up there? So I'll just face forwards. You can see the tiny little bits up, so I'm just going to try and get away from the creeper. The reason this is so relevant is because it means that because it's only 15/16 of block tall, at least as of the snapshots, mobs cannot spawn there. So if you want to have a massive field where mobs cannot spawn, if you just make the whole thing path blocks, you can do it that way. Obviously, you could just torch it up for probably easier, but still, mobs cannot spawn on path blocks, which is a really handy little change, and it's hard to prove this one right here, because, you can't really prove negative, but I've got a little bit of gameplay showing they're spawning all around this, which I'll put in the background, and that might just help you out. So anyway, yeah, so mobs cannot spawn on path blocks, which is a cool little, secret to them. You might just think they're a pathway block, like their name suggests, which, by the way, they'll be in village and stuff, but no, they're actually useful for stopping mobs to spawn, which means if you don't have lighting for some reason, but you have a diamond shovel, yeah, you can make your entire extreme hills biome not have mobs on it. So let's move on to the next one, which is actually, again, to do with another mob. So if we actually grab ourselves a spawn egg for the Shulker, so Shulker spawn egg, it's this one right here. The Shulker's a new mob in 1.9, by the way, if you're not familiar. Basically, this is the only mob in the game, or the only hostile mob, that's not a boss mob or anything, that can be spawned on peaceful. So we go like this. You can actually see, boom, we can spawn the Shulker in on peaceful. So why is this? I don't think there's an official reason, but I think because they can look like a block, and that's kind of cool. You can do it this way. And the funny thing is they actually used to attack you when you're on peaceful. So I'll show you that this is possible on survival too. So just game it. There you go. They actually used to attack you even if you're on peaceful, which obviously isn't thing in the theme of the game. But now, you can spawn them in on peaceful, and they'll just kind of do their thing, and that's that. Which I think it's kind of cool that there's a block-based mob. Like, look at this. I mean, you can actually spawn in peaceful, and that might be of benefit to you, especially if you're switching difficulty a lot, that's something you can do. So yeah, Shulker's on peaceful, weird little Easter egg thing that you probably wouldn't have figured because every other mob isn't available, but it is in fact available on peaceful. So let's move on to the next one, which is to do with the new way that glass, or stained glass, glass panes, iron bars, and anything like that works now, because now instead of obviously, before you used to have, like, kind of a thick thing. Now, if you just place a single one of these down, it makes this kind of just tiny little beacon, which is probably what would make sense. And you can see it works with glass panes, stained glass panes, all these things. And it's pretty cool by itself. You can now make, like, lightning rods if you want to by stacking these up. But what you can also do is you can decide to change the color of a beacon without it being visible to everyone else. So now you can just see it looks like it's just a purple beacon because the, the purple stained glass on the inside is so small, it actually blends in there. And not only that, but it's really cool to look at this, like the square rotating around the square. I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's something you can do as of the most recent 1.9 update. You can actually put your beacon, you put your stuff in there without it being obvious to everyone on the outside, and I think it just looks much better this way. So yeah, different beacon customization has gone through the roof as a result of that, and I think that's pretty great personally. So let's move on to the next one, which is actually something that I wish had been in the game a long time ago, but I'm glad that it's finally come here, because before, trapdoors, there was kind of two ways you could do it. You could make it logical, or you can make it better for builds, because right now, trapdoors have to be placed on the side of another block like this, so you place them up down, but now trapdoors can be placed next to anything, so we just break this. Boom, we've got a free floating trapdoor, and this can be used for quite a few different things. First of all, it means you can have the door be on top of something, so let's say you've got the entrance like there. Now you can have the trapdoor be on the block above that, so stuff like so. If we just place it, this is gonna be tricky. Place the block there, boom. Now it can free slot nothing. But you can also do this for a whole bunch of things, such as being in the air. So you can be like, we're gonna make a little trapdoor staircase that goes nowhere. And I just think that's really cool personally. The fact that you can actually do that, it makes for a fun little puzzle in this case. And yeah, I think this is pretty cool personally. I really like the freestanding trapdoors, and that's that. So we're going to go to sleep before we do the next one, because it's getting close to night, because it relates to the Elytra. Okay, so here we are back for the last one that required me to get dramatic and off on something high with my Elytra I have on. So yeah, the Elytra is really cool. New ability to fly. I think it's great that we have like another contender for the chest play spot, whether it's PvP or PvP. Anyway, the point I wanted to raise is that we have a new cool death message that's almost a little secret that you probably won't learn about normally because it involves a lot of crazy steps. But if you fly into... Okay, we're going to fly into a different wall, it seems. If you fly into a wall using the Elytra at too high a speed, you'll get experience kinetic energy. So that's the new death message. Toycat just experienced some kinetic energy. I think it's a nice light way of putting it, that I just flew into a wall and died. I think it sounds a bit nice that way. And yeah, it's a brand new death message that you probably won't run across in a normal game. But if you want to confuse people, because that's what death message is great for, then yeah, you can do that. So if you ever wanted to experience some kinetic energy, that's great. If you ever wanted to... One sec, let's take the dragon head here. If you wanted to make a dragon head go up and down, lots you can. If you want to make your beacons a lot better, or if you want to play around with the new mob spawning thing, you can do that too. Also, the shulkers are now attacking me. Now I'm not on peaceful anymore. Just one more thing I want to show you before we end is the fact that you can actually put on top of these two stands, put the dragon head, and it's really cool to me the fact that you can actually do this. Like combine that and combine this, and you get this cool little like ender dragon toy thing that you could hit each other on the headband with. I think it's pretty cool personally, and yeah, just something I want to show you before the end of the video. So yeah, 1.9 has a bunch of secrets that I hope that you're all excited for. Let me know which of these, the ones I've shown you so far that you're most excited for. Obviously, it's hard to find secret when it comes to the PC, so if you did know any of these, then I guess you're just a very smart person. Or maybe you just knew a lot about 1.9 before. But yeah, hopefully I did teach you something new about 1.9 in there. If you did like the video, like it and let me know. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this, letting you know about secret features and various other things about Minecraft every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye!